Welcome to Changfied, a YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you important updates coming out of South Sudan. These are serious and important stories that are affecting everyday people across the country. In this video, we will talk about deadly communal violence in Lake State. We'll talk about rising crime and new robbery tactic in Juba. Third, we'll talk about political controversy over a governor reappointment. And finally, we will talk about concern about illegal bushmeat and wildlife destruction in Jonglei State. Stay with us as we break down each story. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin this report with violence in Lake State. This is sad news. Sad news has come from this region after fighting broke out between two groups of young people from different communities. At least 10 people have lost their life and 8 others were injured. What happened was the fighting started on Monday in a place called Mabor Cattle Camp. The group involved were used from the Gok community in Shobet County and also used from the Pakam community in Rumbek North County. Reports say that the conflict started because of cattle. About 33 cattle were taken during the violence. So let's look at how did it begin. According to local officials, army used from Rumbek North moved toward areas where Gok cattle were kept. They claim they were following cattle that had been stolen from them earlier. But instead of solving these, instead of solving the issues peacefully, the situation quickly turned violence. And I look at the government response. The Minister of Cabinet Affairs in Lake State, Stephen Matiang Deng, say the government tried to stop the violence. He explained that leaders spoke to youth group during the night, hoping to prevent the attack. However, the youth still moved forward in the morning and fighting broke out. In this report, different leaders gave different numbers. 6 youths from Gog were killed. 4 attackers from Rumbek North also died, and 8 people were injured. Officials said the situation is now calm, but investigations are still ongoing to understand what exactly caused the violence. A civil society leader warned that this kind of violence is dangerous. He said it can destroy the fragile peace in the area. He also called for justice, saying those responsible must be held accountable to avoid revenge attack. This type of violence is not new in South Sudan. Cattle-related conflict have been happening for many years. For many communities, cattle are wealth, cattle are pride, and cattle are survival. But when dispute over cattle turn into violence, it leads to loss of life and suffering. The big question remains, how can communities solve dispute without violence? Now let's move to Juba, the capital city of South Sudan. Authorities have raised serious concern about rising crime. There has been an increase in robberies, especially at night in Juba. Many attacks are happening along major roads, including the road to Juba International Airport. Officials said a new criminal network is operating in the city. And these criminals, they are using a smart and dangerous method. Is what they are doing. Using motorbike, wearing fake uniform, pretending to be security officers, and setting up fake checkpoint at night. When drivers stop, they are robbed. So, who is being targeted in Juba? According to this report, the criminals are targeting motorists, civilians, and even government officials. One reported victim was an advisor in the Minister of Gender. This shows how bold these criminals have become. The deputy governor led a security meeting to discuss the issue. The security agencies presented a report showing that crime is increasing. Officials are now calling for urgent action in Juba. The Minister of Local Government urges security forces to act quickly to stop these criminals. Let's look at other concerns. The meeting also discussed all the issues. There are reports of Mpox virus cases in a nearby state. Officials are asking the Minister of Health to take preventive steps. Authorities say they will increase security operation, improve coordination between agencies, and work to rebuild public trust. This situation is worrying for residents. People are now afraid to travel at night. When criminals pretend to be security officers, it creates confusion and fear. Trust between citizen and authority become weak. The key question is, how can the government restore safety and trust in the city? Before we proceed to our third top story, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's look at political controversy in Juba. A major decision by the President Salva Kiir Mayardit has caused a strong reaction. Strong reaction. Very, people react. President Salva Kiir Mayardit reappointed Joseph Ngwen as a governor of Unity State. This decision has been criticized by some activists. A political commentator and human rights activist spoke out strongly. He described the appointment as a betrayal of the country's struggle for independence. The activists claim that some leaders in government have linked to Sudan's former ruling party. He believed that people who were against South Sudan in the past are now being given power. The governor has faced serious allegations in the past, including human rights violation, violence against civilians. This new governor. The new governor he was also sanctioned by the United States in 2023. So here are the questions that were raised. The activists asked important questions. Why reward people with controversial past? Why ignore those who fought for independence? And what message does this send to young people? This debate is part of a bigger discussion about leadership, accountability, and justice. South Sudan is preparing for a national election in December 2026. So, these issues are becoming more important. Politics in South Sudan remain complex. Many people want fair leadership, transparency, and justice for past actions. The future of the country depends on this decision. Let's move on. Let's move on to our first story. Illegal bushmeat. Finally, let's talk about wildlife and conservation. Authorities stopped 2 vehicles on the Juba-Bor highway. According to the report, the vehicles were carrying large amount of bushmeat. Why is this a problem? According to them, the meat is believed to come from illegal hunting. Some of these animals may be from protected areas. A senior official from the Wildlife Ministry spoke strongly about these issues. He stated that killing animals for food in a small amount is acceptable, but killing animals for business is harmful. So, here is what happened. The arrests were made. The drivers and others involved were arrested. Investigations are ongoing. Authorities are asking citizens to stop illegal hunting, protect wildlife, and report suspicious activities. Let's look at the bigger picture. Wildlife is important for the environment, tourism, and future generations. If animals continue to be killed in large number, many species could disappear. This is not just about animals. It is about protecting natural resources, supporting the economy, and preserving the country's future. Well, in conclusion, today's story shows different challenges facing South Sudan. Violence between communities, rising crime in the capital, Juba, political disagreement, and environmental concern. These issues are connected in many ways. They all affect peace, security, and development. The hope is that leaders, communities, and citizens can work together to find solutions. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comment. What do you think should be done to improve the situation in South Sudan? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.